August 2nd edition of the Carolina Weather Video. I am meteorologist Matthew East. What a drastic cool down we had over the weekend. It felt like autumn out there, sort of a tease for autumn weather. I don't know about you, but I loved the weather this weekend, without a doubt. Yesterday on Sunday, we had a lot of low to mid 70s for highs, the high of 72 at PTI in Greensboro, good enough for the coolest August 1st high temperature that's ever been recorded. It was only 70 for high in Winston-Salem, mid 70s around the Charlotte region, upper 70s for Raleigh. It was a nice break from all the staggering levels of heat and humidity we've been having through much of the summer as a whole. Now, as we take a peek what's happening this morning, this is the radar imagery, and some big storms over the Siouxland there, northeastern Nebraska into western Iowa. Also a few showers and storms offshore. And while we have enjoyed the break from the heat and humidity here in our region, the heat has really been cranking over the lower Mississippi Valley into the portions of the deep south. You have heat advisories in effect today all the way from central Georgia, every county in Alabama and Mississippi. It looks like most of the parishes, at least in Louisiana, all of Arkansas, much of Missouri, and in those areas, heat index values 105 to 110 this afternoon. This is the upper air pattern. They're under that big upper level ridge off to our west, and that is going to be building in here this week. So as the week unfolds, a return to the heat as that ridge builds back in. And look what happens by the end of the week, though. Another trough will drive another cold front in here by Friday. So I'll show you that on the modeling. By the way, we're going to talk about the tropics here in just a second as well. The trick to the forecast today is how quickly this deck of stratus clouds erodes. We've had the stratus clouds with us all weekend, and still with us at the time I'm cutting this video. But I think the early August sun angle should work on those clouds with time today, and we'll see some gradual erosion of the clouds, and how quickly those clouds erode, that's going to determine our high temperatures today. Generally speaking, I'm posting mid-80s for highs, but just be aware that it will entirely depend on the speed with which those clouds erode. Tomorrow, we see the return of lower 90s across our region, and it looks like generally a partly cloudy sky. Some showers in the mountains, maybe the foothills, but I think once you get outside of the higher elevations, Tuesday looks like a dry day in our area. And then the heat really cranks up a few notches. Wednesday, we're probably back into the mid-90s for highs. And Wednesday, looks like a few afternoon thunderstorms a possibility as well. And then that next cold front begins to approach. Ahead of the front Thursday, mid to upper 90s for highs, and at least a few afternoon thunderstorms. Friday looks like the day with the best opportunity for showers and storms as the front begins to actually slide through. And then our upcoming weekend forecast will depend entirely on how far south that front pushes. The GFS pretty aggressive with pushing it south of much of our region. I am a little skeptical it moves that quickly, so I've left in the chance of at least a few showers and storms Saturday, then gone with a dry forecast, or at least a largely dry forecast Sunday. But again, the weekend forecast will depend on the progress of that next front. And then looky there, this is the GFS showing our next tropical system there, north of the Bahamas, by Monday evening. So let's talk about that. Not a classified system at the point I'm cutting this video during the 5 o'clock in the morning hour, but pretty high chance this will become our next classified system at some point over the next day or two. There's a close-up satellite shot this morning of that developing tropical system. Here's a broader view so you can get some reference points here. This is way out in the Atlantic Ocean. Here's the Lesser Antilles. This is the South American coastline. We're looking right here. And this is moving west for the time being, but there'll be a bend off to the west-northwest here over the next couple of days. And the consensus amongst most of the computer models is that this stays north of the Lesser Antilles. But where it goes from there is, of course, still a big matter of debate. We're talking 5, 6, 7 days from now. Some models recurve this into the open Atlantic. In fact, a lot of the modeling does, but I showed you the GFS, and check out the Canadian solution. This is valid at 8 o'clock in the evening, next Monday, the 9th of August. And the Canadian brings that formidable tropical system to the Carolina coast. So again, nothing to be worried about at this point, but just showing you that our next tropical system looks like it's about to be with us. When it becomes a tropical storm, the name will be Colin. and it'll be something we're going to have to track for you here and see if it's going to recurve out in the Atlantic Ocean or make a run at the southeast coast. So we'll see. Something to watch. All right, that's it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thank you for watching. Have a great Monday, and God bless.